we doing, Xbox gamers? Welcome back to another top 5 video, and in today's top 5 video I'll be going through the top 5 Xbox controllers that you can get on Amazon for under $50. Yes guys, you heard me correctly, under $50 on Amazon currently at the moment in 2024. Now guys, if any of you are new here, if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss out on any great content like this. Now remember guys, every single Tuesday and every single Friday a new top 5 video drops and a new unboxing video drops. So make sure you go do the following so you don't miss out on any great content like this. And guys, today's list is basically being based off of what I could find for under $50 for an Xbox controller. And let me tell you right now, some of these controllers are a little bit of rip-offs of the Xbox controllers, and some of them are quite uniquely designed to be their own kind of controller. So keep that in mind while watching today's video, and all the product links will be in the description below as well. And let us know your comments and thoughts down in the comment section below as well. I'm keen to hear your thoughts on my list. And remember, this list is in no particular order. This is what I could find from Amazon. I searched it top to bottom, so keep that in mind guys. Now let's get straight to the first controller I could find on Amazon. Now guys, the first controller I could find on Amazon for under $50 was the DYONDER wide controller. Now this controller specifically is a rip-off version of the Xbox Series X controller. Now this controller is wide however as well, and the Xbox home button is a little bit different to the normal Xbox Series X controller button, so that's the little bit of differences there, but it's basically a rip-off version of this controller. Now you can pick this controller up for $45.99 currently at the moment on Amazon. Remember, my Amazon affiliate links will be in the description below if you're interested in purchasing any of these products from today's video. But basically the pros about this controller is it has powerful compatibility, so you can use it for anything other than just an Xbox. You can use it for, you know, your Windows, your PC, you can use it for PlayStation, use it for Xbox, but obviously since this is a kind of a rip-off version of an Xbox controller, you're going to be probably looking to use this for your Xbox most likely. It also has great trigger response time, and the triggers actually feel pretty good apparently according to what the product states about itself and some of the reviews on Amazon. It has dual vibration. I don't know why I struggled to say that, but anyway, moving on. Dual vibration basically means HDM rumble, so that's when, like, when you're shooting, your controller kind of vibrates. So it's got that little feature in it, which I thought was cool about like a cheap controller sitting under $50. It has a 3.5mm headphone jack, so if you want to talk to your friends, you're going to be able to with this controller. So you're not really losing anything there. You just kind of just you know, you still be able to talk to your friends by just plugging in the jack. So if you've got a wide headset, you won't have any dramas there. But the only real cons about this controller specifically is that the controller's not as durable. It's very kind of cheaply made, so that's the only real downside about this controller. And the thumbsticks are pretty stiff according to the Amazon reviews. A lot of people have said that it's just real stiff, or they've like it's like broken within 2 weeks. So I'd keep that in mind with this controller specifically. But other than that, that's the first controller I could find currently on Amazon. Now guys, we're going to be on the second controller I could find on Amazon for under $50. Now guys, the second controller I could find on Amazon for under $50 was the Tavice wireless controller. Now this controller is basically a rip-off version of the Xbox One controller, and it's wireless, so you're kind of winning there for under $50 controller. And it's basically the same controller except it's a one, so it's a little bit bigger, and obviously it's basically got the Xbox One feel, so it's kind of like a win there as well. This controller comes at $49.95. So it's very, very close to the $50 mark. I just thought this would be a cool controller to throw in since it's a wireless one, and also it's basically like the Xbox One controller but a rip-off version of it. But basically, starting off with the first pros, the pros specifically about this controller is it is an enhanced gaming experience, so you can just not connect it to, like, you know, your Xbox. You can use it for other purposes, which is great about it as well. It's got an ergonomic design, and it's designed for comfort. So since it's basically a rip-off version of the Xbox One controller, of course it's going to be comfy, and of course it's going to be kind of durable as well, since it's just a stolen design of the Xbox One controller. It has a multi-platform support, which I said before. Basically it's going to be able to provide you with other consoles to play it on, so you can connect it to other things, which is great about it as well. It has wireless Bluetooth connectivity, so you can actually Bluetooth connect it via to your computer or your phone if you like your normal Xbox controller would, which is cool about this controller specifically. It has Microsoft Xbox One compatibility, so when you connect it, it'll actually recognize this controller on your Xbox as an Xbox One controller, which I thought was pretty cool. And it has a compact and portable design, which is what a normal controller would have, and it's durable, and it has great build quality according to the reviews and the product specifications about it specifically. The only real cons about this controller specifically is wireless connectivity problems. So a lot of people complain that it doesn't actually connect Bluetooth, or when they're trying to connect it to their Xbox, it actually doesn't connect properly. So those are the only things I'll keep an eye out for. But other than that, it sounds like a good controller, and a lot of people have had positive reviews about it. So keep that in mind also, guys. But that's basically the number 2 controller I could find on Amazon. Now we're going to be moving on to my number 3 controller I could find on Amazon for under $50. Now guys, coming at my number 3 controller I could find on Amazon for under $50 is the GameFan Wide Gaming Controller. Now this controller basically is kind of like a different design, but it also has the Xbox One kind of look, but it's actually very, very different to your normal Xbox One controller. So this controller sits at $32.99. So starting off with the Pro specifically, this controller comes with a 3.5mm headset jack, so you're going to be able to, still be able to talk to your friends, you'll be able to plug it in, no problem, so no, your drum is right there. It doesn't have any wireless problems since it's wired, obviously, so that's another pro about it. It's got perfect compatibility with your console, so the buttons are the same, the joysticks are the same, like kind of placement, that's what I'm trying to say there. And also the overall feel of the controller is pretty good as well, according to reviews in the comment section down below. The review section, sorry. It's got dual vibration, so you again, HDM rumble, so when you're shooting, you're going to be able to feel that vibration. When something explodes, you're going to be able to feel that vibration. So that's another cool thing about this controller specifically. It's got an ergonomic design, so what that means, it's got a great build. It's actually got real great grip in it as well. It's got built-in grip for when you're holding the controller, and for $32.99 to get that in that controller, it's like grip, like that rubbery grip in the controller. It's quite good for $32.99. They've got great customer service. If you do have any issues with this controller, you can reach out to GameFan and they'll be happy to assist you with any problems. But the only real cons about this is that a lot of people have complained that the controller buttons and joysticks are quite stiff, so a lot of people said it's not the best kind of like quality, so when they're trying to move around or play or press buttons, it's real stiff. So I'd keep that in mind, guys, as well. But overall, I want that draw you away from this controller specifically. But remember, all the Amazon affiliate links and the product links will be in the description below if you're interested in purchasing any of these controllers. Now guys, we're going to be moving on to my number 4 controller I could find on Amazon for under $50. Now guys, coming at my number 4 controller I could find on Amazon for under $50 was the EasySMX Wide Gaming Controller. Now this controller basically is like a recreation of an Xbox 360 controller. It's even got the color patterns of an Xbox 360 controller and the button layout, and it's the overall feel of this controller, which I thought was a cool controller to throw in. Its price sits at $49.99. I was quite excited and happy to see that it was actually that price as well. So very, very excited to announce that on my list for today, just because of the overall look and the design of the controller. It just reminds me of the Xbox 360. But basically, starting off with the pros, it has a wide capability and compatibility, so you're going to be able to use it not just for your Xbox, you can use it for PlayStation, PC, and all those other consoles as well. So you can actually use this controller across kind of like the gaming community, which is great about it. It's plug and play, so once you plug it in, it's going to work straight away from when you buy it and plug it into your console. So another great feature about it. It has dual vibrators, so again, HDM rumble in this controller, which is really, really good for under $50, and for kind of like a good, for a 360 kind of controller as well, which I'm quite surprised about. Obviously the 360s did have HDM rumble, but I'm just surprised they're able to fit it in this controller. There's an ergonomic design. Again, it's got the grip on the sides. It's kind of got like that plastic grip, and the design's like a 360 controller, so it's kind of built like a 360 controller, which I'm glad to say and happy to see. So I'm real glad about that one specifically. And it's got turbo feature on it as well, so if you want to be able to enhance your gaming experience and be faster than most players, you're going to be able to activate a turbo mode, which is cool about this controller as well. That's something the 360 didn't have, so I consider that a good pro. The only real cons is that that thumbsticks aren't the most durable, so when you're gaming, it's kind of going to deteriorate and you're going to get like stick drift as well. I don't know why I've struggled to think about that actually for a second, but also the rubber on the controllers is going to fade away after you use this controller for a while as well, which was another complaint down in the Amazon review section, and which is kind of the similar issues the 360 had. So honestly, I wouldn't consider that a loss, but that's the reason why I've put it on the list, because it's like a 360 controller and it is under $50 as well, so I'm glad about that. But now guys, we're going to be moving on to my fifth and final controller I could find on Amazon for under $50. Now guys, the fifth and final controller I could find on Amazon for under $50 was the big one Rainbow Game Controller RGB Light controller. So I thought this controller would be cool to throw on, since it's kind of like you can see the insides of the controller and it's RGB as well, and it is $39.99, so it sits under $50, which I thought was a cool controller to throw onto this list. So the pros about this controller specifically is a multi-platform controller, so you can use it across the different consoles, which is great about it. You have ultimate control while using this controller, so you can guarantee this controller is going to be able to give you precision, accuracy, and that kind of button layout the normal Xbox controller can give you. It's got a 3-meter wide cable as well, so when you're, since it's a wide controller, when you sit back in gaming, you're going to be able to sit back a decent distance away from your TV if you're a TV gamer, so another win there. It's got outstanding gaming performance as well, so again, you could consider this a pro controller as well, from just the button layouts and how the controller responds to when you're pressing buttons. And it's got an easy operation as well, so it's just kind of like, again, second nature to an Xbox controller, so it's very easy to operate and use. It's just similar to an Xbox controller pretty much, since it's the same layout. But the only real cons about this specifically controller is that it doesn't work on some devices, so a lot of people have complained that it actually didn't work on some of their devices what the controller said it should work on. So I'd keep an eye out for that one, but I'd definitely still consider buying this controller if you're looking to spend under $50 for an Xbox controller. But yeah, overall guys, I would consider this controller a win and a cool controller to buy on today's list. But that will pretty much wrap up today's top 5 video, guys, on the top 5 Xbox controllers you can get for under $50 on Amazon in 2024, guys. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss out on any great content like this. Now, remember, guys, every single Tuesday and every single Friday, a new top 5 video drops and a new unboxing video drops. So make sure you have the following done so you don't miss out on any great content like this. And guys, if this video hits 15k views and over 2,000 likes, I will buy the last controller I said on today's list, which was the big one Rainbow controller. So if this video hits this standards, 15k views and 2,000 likes, I will buy this controller. So make sure we hit those standards, and I'll catch you all in the next video.